mention is that $250 in rent is also really enticing. Thank you so much. Thanks, Gary. So I'm going to try to keep things short. First, I want to say thank you to Rebecca Elias. Really, thank you for putting together a beautiful dinner. So for me, it does not seem that long ago that Brett Weinstock and I were starting intern year at Einstein. I remember the coordinator telling us as we're all getting our badges, sitting down in the auditorium, nervously awaiting our call schedules. I remember her saying, you know, residency's busy. The days are long, but the years are short. And I think that's been very true in my experience. So what's made the long days and nights worth it has been the interactions with all the people that we're lucky enough to have at our side. So our family, our friends, and all of the staff. And I think in residency, those distinguishing terms are often blurred completely. You know, my grandmother used to tell me, family is what happens when the tomato sauce is ready for dinner. She was a little Italian lady. She inherited her homemade recipe from her mother. So it's heirloom tomatoes, artisan olive oil, and about a dozen different herbs, none of which I can remember. She never measured things out. It was always to taste. And trust me, I've spent 8 years looking through the Italian market in South Philly. Some are comparable, but really nothing compares. Before I digress, my point is family is what happens at the dinner table. So those we surround ourselves with to make us better and to share in the love. And I think to any Italian, that's what dinner and life are all about. To that end, I'd like to ask for a round of applause for our spouses. So not just my class, but to all of our spouses here today. Without you guys, the long days would be longer. We wouldn't have so many amazing home-cooked meals to share. And obviously, in particular, to Leia, she took her written boards today. She finished it. Superstar, so she finishes at Johns Hopkins, her OBGYN residency, and will start Gyn-Onc at Sloan next Monday. Awesome. Keeping things going. To our faculty next, you know, you guys have all taken the time out of your day when you could have spent that time pursuing your own Herculean efforts. Really for nothing more than making us better, for the joy and love of education. I can't, express to you guys how grateful we are for that. And lastly, to my class. So like any family does, this has been said before, we share it all. From all the late nights on call, to a few short weekends at the beach, to dysfunctional and occasionally heated debates, it's been a beautiful and enriching 3 years. If my grandmother could be here tonight, I'm sure first she'd remind me to stir the sauce, because God forbid if that gets cold. But then she'd ask us to raise a glass, toast to everyone in this room, because family is what happens at the dinner table. Thank you guys.